Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss the problems from the chapter 4 determinants which were asked in the question paper of 2020. The question from section A was question number 16, that was if A is a matrix given to you, then find the value of A into adjoint A. To find the solution of such problem, we have two methods. One is that first we find adjoint A and then we find the multiplication of A with adjoint A. But this is a question of 1 mark. That is a very short answer type question. So we should also use a short method for doing this. And for that, we know for any square matrix A, we know that A into adjoint A is equal to determinant A into I. So why not to find out the determinant A? Determinant A here comes as 2, 0, 0, minus 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 5. And if we expand it about row 1, the value of this will come as 2 into 2 5 is 10 minus 3 3 is 9, that comes as 2 into 1 is 2. Now we also know I, identity matrix, and this is a matrix of order 3, so we have to take here also I3, that is identity matrix of order 3 into 3, and that is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. And we can write now A into adjoint A is equal to determinant A into I, that is 2 into 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. And when we multiply, this comes as 2 0 0 0 2 0 0 0 2, and like this we can write the answer for this particular problem. Next question from this chapter was question number 33. If A is equal to a matrix of order 3 into 3 is given, then find A inverse and use it to solve the following system of equations. 3 equations have been given to you in 3 variables. To find the solution of such problem, we have to find determinant A first to see whether A is invertible or not. And when we find out determinant A here is 1 2 minus 3 3 2 minus 2 2 minus 1 1. And when we expand it about row 1, we get 1 into 2 minus 2 minus 2 into 3 plus 4 minus 3 into 3. This is 3 into minus 1, that is minus 3 minus 4. And the value comes as 1 into 0 minus 2 into 7 minus 3 into minus 7. That is 1 into 0 is 0 minus 14 plus 21, which is equal to 7, and we say it is not equal to 0. Therefore, we can say A inverse exists. Or we write that A is invertible. Now to find out A inverse, we have to go first of all for cofactor matrix of A to find the adjoint. So when we go for cofactor matrix, we write cofactor matrix as Cij, and we know how to find that. My idea is that before going to write the values of the minors of all these 9 elements, you put the sign of these all elements so that you don't have any confusion. So we write here plus minus plus minus plus minus plus minus plus, and then we have to write only the values of the minors of these 9 elements. Like for 1 it is 0, for 2 it is 7, for minus 3 it is minus 7, and so on. We can write all other values. So we have written the cofactors of all these 9 elements to get the cofactor matrix. And when we write in the simplified form, this comes as 0, minus 7, minus 7, 1, 7, 5, 2, minus 7, minus 4. And we know what is adjoint A. Adjoint A is the transpose of Cij. So we write it here, that is 0, minus 7, minus 7, 1, 7, 5, 2, minus 7, minus 4. And after finding adjoint of A, we can find out A inverse, which is equal to 1 upon determinant A into adjoint A. And here in this case, it will come as 1 upon 7 into this 0, 1, 2, minus 7, 7, minus 7, minus 7, 5, minus 4. So we have got the inverse of A, and then we will be using it to find the solution of the equation. I have written A inverse here just to remember that we can apply it finding the solution of these equations. Now these equations have been given to you are x plus 2y minus 3z equal to 6. Second equation is 3x plus 2y minus 2z is equal to 3. Now for the given equations, we can make for the given equations, we write the matrix. Suppose that matrix is P. And we take the coefficients of x, y and z in the columns that you know. So it is 1, 3, 2 for x. For y, 2, 2 and minus 1. For z, minus 3, minus 2 and 1. What we find? That this A and P are both equal. So we can write this as A, that P is same as A. This will imply that P inverse also will be same as A inverse. It means in place of P we can apply A directly. Now we go for X. We know X is the column matrix of all the variables, and they are X, Y and Z here. Then we go for B. B is the matrix that is also a column matrix for all the constants, and that is 6, 3 and 2 here. Now we write the matrix equation. We know what is the matrix equation. That is Ax equal to B. And when matrix equation is Ax equal to B, we also know that X will be equal to A inverse into B. So to find out the value of x, that is x, y, z, we multiply A inverse, that is 1 by 7, 0, minus 7, minus 7, 1, 2, 7, 5, minus 7, minus 4 into B. B is 6, 3, 2. And we know how to multiply, that is 1 by 7 into 0, 3 and 4. So this comes 0 plus 3 plus 4. Minus 7 into 6, minus 42 plus 21 minus 14. Minus 42 plus 15 minus 8. And when we calculate the values, this comes as 3 and 4, 7. This is 21 is positive, 42 and 14, 56. 56 minus 21 is 35. So this comes as minus 35. Then comes minus 42 and 8, minus 50. Minus 50 plus 15 is also minus 35. And when we divide them by 7, it comes as 1 minus 5 minus 5. So the answer comes as x is equal to 1 y equal to minus 5 and z equal to minus 5. This is the way we can find out the solution of the given equation by using A inverse. In question number 33, there was a choice given. Using properties of determinants, prove that this determinant is equal to a minus b, b minus c, c minus a into a plus b plus c into a square plus b square plus c square. So we have to use the properties and then we have to find the right hand side of it. To do the solution of such problem, what we do, we take the determinant delta. This is b plus c whole square, a square bc, c plus a square, b square ca, a plus b whole square, c square and ab. We have to see what property we can apply. See here, this is a plus b or b plus c square and this is bc. If we subtract twice of this from this, I think we'll be left with the squares only. So what we are using the identity, that is that b plus c whole square minus 2bc is equal to b square plus c square. To make that, what property we are going to use? We will be using here the property, that is we can write using property in C1, that is C1 minus 2C3, and in that case what we will get? This will be b square plus c square. Remember this. This is a square, this is bc. This will be c square plus a square the same way. This is b square and this is ca. This is a square plus b square. Here it is c square and here it is ab. Now what we find? We find if we add these two columns, we find that they will be all three equal. So we will be using here, we can write using the property in C1, that is C1 plus C2. Then what will be delta? We are going to get delta is a square plus b square plus c square. All the three elements in column 1 will be same. This is a square, b square, c square. This is bc, ca and ab. Are we getting this common from C1? So we can write taking a square plus b square plus c square common from C1. And we get here a square plus b square plus c square into 1, 1, 1. A square, b square, c square, bc, ca and ab. Now, better is if we make two zeros in any of the column or row, and we find it easy here. We can use the property, that is in R1 we can apply R1 minus R2, and in R2 we can apply R2 minus R3. What we get here? We will be getting delta is a square plus b square plus c square into 0, a square minus b square and bc minus ca. This will be 0, b square minus c square, ca minus ab, and here it is 1 c square ab. Can we find the factors of it? We can write here a square plus b square plus c square into, in determinant you find 0, 0, 1 in the first column. In second column we can factorize this. We can write this as a plus b into a minus b. Same way we can write this also, b plus c into b minus c, and this is c square. In the third column we find, if we take c common, this comes as b minus a. If we take a common here, this will be a into c minus b, and here it is ab. See what property we can apply here. We are getting A minus B common from R1 and B minus C common from R2. So we can write here, taking A minus B common from R1 and B minus C from R2. Then this delta will become A square plus B square plus C square is already here. We are getting A minus B common from R1, B minus C common from R2, and what we have 0, 0, 1 in the first one. In this A minus B we have taken common, it will be A plus B, and there it will be minus C. Here we have taken B minus C common, this will be B plus C, and there it will be minus A because this is C minus B. This is C square, this is AB. And now our job is almost done. What we can do now, in case you want to use one more property here to take some more factor common, we can use R1 minus R2 again. See what happens. If we use R1, that is in row 1 we are using the property R1 minus R2. What we get as delta? A square plus B square plus C square into A minus B into B minus C into 0. Here if we subtract this, B will be cancelled. Will it be A minus C? And this will be also A minus C. This is 0, B plus C minus A, 1 C square AB. But what we want? We want C minus A as the factor, so we can take C minus A common from this. What we can do now? We can take C minus A common from this because C minus A is required in the answer. So we are taking C minus A common. We are getting here A square plus B square plus C square into A minus B into B minus C into C minus A. And the determinant will be 0. Here it will come as minus 1 minus 1. This is 0, B plus C minus A, 1 C square AB. And now if we expand it about column 1, we are getting A square plus B square plus C square, A minus B, B minus C, C minus A, and see when we expand it about this, we are getting here A plus B plus C, A plus B plus C, and that was the required answer. So this we can write is the RHS, hence proved. So like this, the problem on the determinant can also be simplified, can also be proved by using the properties. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any doubt or comments, leave them in the comment box and I'll get back to you.